Quick, like and subscribe for insane luck in every game. What is going on, everybody? I'm back making another video, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about my 15 best ideas for future Tapper Simulator updates. Also, just a little bit of a follow-up to my previous video where I got robbed of first place because the game glitched and it deleted a bunch of my pets because for whatever reason the game let me go over the limit. I ended up actually getting in contact with the developers, and they said that that glitch should be getting fixed, and they're also going to be giving me my rare pets back. But while I got into this group chat, I had the idea of giving them a bunch of ideas for future updates. So a lot of these ideas are from you guys, but I had a bunch of ideas of my own as well. And these are the 15 best ideas that I either came up with or I saw you guys come up with. So just so you guys know, I already gave these 15 ideas to the developers because I'm now in a group chat with Russo and the developers of this game. So yeah, these are the top ideas that you guys wanted. So hopefully a lot of this stuff gets added into the game because I think it will really help the game a lot and make it a lot more fun long term. So no more talking, let's actually get into the ideas. The first idea was a token system so that you can trade game passes without the chance of getting scammed, because currently people are trading for game passes by asking people to give them the game pass and then they give them a pet, or they give them the pet first and then they get the game passes. But no matter what, you can get scammed with this method. So I think it would be really cool if you could either trade game passes in an actual trade, or they added in a token system where 1 Robux equals 1 token. So if you traded someone like 500 tokens, you could have pretty much 500 Robux worth of currency that you can buy game passes with. So if a game pass costs like 300, you could buy it with 300 Robux or 300 tokens. So this would just be a way better trading system so that people aren't getting scammed for game passes. The second idea is an island boost switch. So currently you have a plus 80% click booster when you're in the top island. All the different islands have a slightly different booster. Obviously, the higher islands, the higher booster, but I think it would be cool if you could switch this out for like a gem multiplier or a luck multiplier, and you could just have a higher of whatever multiplier you want and you can swap it, because a lot of people don't really care about clicks all that much. So it would just give you a little bit of an incentive to go to those higher islands to get more luck if you wanted to have luck instead of clicks. The third idea is to nerf the luck game passes and also make legendaries easier for free to play. So I think that they should do both, because the pets are extremely hard to hatch free to play and they're super easy to hatch with the game passes. It's literally like hundreds of times easier to hatch the legendaries with game passes. So I think they should nerf the game passes, make them like 20 times worse, and then they should make the base chance to actually hatch the pet like 20 times easier. So the luck game passes would still be way better than not having luck game passes, but at least it won't be such a huge difference between free to play and people with luck game passes, because currently it's like impossible to hatch anything without the game passes. So I think the difference should just be a little bit closer. My fourth idea is gems should be used for some sort of free boost, and you could only get a few a day, but I think it would help free to play players out a lot, and it'll give them a lot more reason to grind for more rebirths and get more gems if they can spend those gems on stuff like boost, because there's kind of not many ways to get free boost in this game other than spinning the wheel. The fifth idea is there should be an upgrade or a game pass to auto craft pets into shiny or rainbow. Like, you should be able to mass craft everything automatically. This will make you able to AFK hatch a lot longer, and if you can AFK hatch a lot longer, then you don't have to constantly clear your inventory. It's just kind of a convenience thing. Maybe it'd be a game pass, or maybe it'd be an upgrade. I'm pretty sure a lot of people would prefer an upgrade, but at the same time the developers have to make money too. So if it was a game pass and they added in the token system, then it wouldn't even be that big of a deal, because then you could just trade for it without the chance of getting scammed. My sixth idea is pet enchants, and I think that the pet enchants should give you more stats per level and increase the level that the pet is able to go to. So instead of just increasing the base stat stats of the pet with the enchantment, it'll actually increase the amount of stats you get per level, so you actually have to level the pets up, and instead of max level 30, the max level will be like 50. So even if you have a max level pet, if you want to enchant it and get the full benefits of the enchantment, you have to level it up even more. My 7th idea is free luck upgrades. Now, whether they have free luck upgrades in terms of like gem upgrades or friend boost or an egg luck combo, I just want to see a lot more ways for free-to-play players to get luck, because there's kind of no ways to get luck other than the luck boost that you get every once in a while, really rarely, out of the spin the wheel. So yeah, I just want to see a lot of things that make the game a little bit easier for free-to-play, because a lot of free-to-play players are complaining on this game more than most games, at least that I've seen, about how just everything is really hard without game passes, and the boosts don't really do that much compared to the game passes. The game passes make it way easier. I think for the number 8 idea, we should have free-to-play leaderboards. So if you don't have any money to spend on the game, and you also don't like to trade, so you don't want to have to trade for a bunch of tokens and stuff to get game passes, which would require you to get really rare pets to actually trade for those tokens, then if there was a free-to-play leaderboard, all the players that don't have any money to spend on the game or any good pets to trade, they can also compete. So it'll give a lot more players a bigger incentive to keep grinding and compete, because they'll actually stand a chance against other free-to-play players. They just can't compete against people with all the game passes and a bunch of really rare pets. And for the 9th idea, I think we should have a craft all pets button. Like whenever you go into the shiny machine, if I click on this specific pet, and let's say I have 100 of these, instead of clicking through 100 of them to make 25 shinies, there should be a button that just says, do you want to convert all 100 of these into 25 shinies? And then you just click yes, and it would be a lot more convenient, because earlier I had 400 something of these pets, and I had to make 100 shinies manually, sit here and click like 400 times. So I think a craft all button would just be really convenient. For the 10th idea, I think that we should have clans and clan leaderboards. This would bring a lot more players together as a team, and if there was also friend boost in the game, they would always want to grind in the same server together, which just keeps people a lot more engaged in the game and want to compete some more. Because let's say you're not good enough to get on the leaderboard on your own, well, if you join a clan, then you can help work towards getting your clan on the leaderboard, and I just think it would make the game a lot more fun and make a lot more people want to play the game together instead of just sitting in a private server opening eggs by themselves. For the 11th idea, I think they should add more titles into the game for various things like eggs, because right now we just have titles for total taps, and I think there needs to be a lot more titles in the game, and the titles also need to have boosts. So obviously the harder title you'll get, the better the boost will be. So if you have like one of these tapper titles, maybe you'll get like a little bit more taps, and if you have one of the tapper titles at the bottom that's really hard to get, you'll get an even bigger tapping multiplier. And then for the eggs, you'd get like more luck multiplier for 100,000 eggs than you would for like a 10,000 eggs title. Or it could be completely opposite. The tapping titles will give you more luck, and the egg titles will give you more taps, which would make you have to go for both. If you want more luck, then you actually have to tap, and if you want more taps, you actually have to open eggs. So it would make you kind of have to do everything if you wanted the best titles. And then you can also change between the titles, and you can only have the boost of one title at a time, so you can kind of just pick which one you want to have on and pick which boost you want to get from your titles. For the 12th idea, I think there should be an option to view other players' inventories in the trade, and you can disable other players viewing your inventory if you want to. But like if they ask you to turn it on because they want to see what pets you have and they want to offer on a whole bunch of your different pets, well, it's just way easier if you guys can see each other's inventories, and it just makes it a lot more convenient when you're trading. You don't have to type everything in chat. You can just see what the other players have, they can see what you have, and then you just make offers on each other's stuff instead of having to type out every single thing that you have. For the 13th idea, I think they should have a trading plaza, but the thing that would be different in this game is you'd have to have like 100,000 eggs to enter, because most trading plazas in most games are a really bad system, because it's really easy to get into the trading plaza, and then most of the trading plazas are just a bunch of people begging because they just started the game. It's mainly people with like an hour playtime with really bad pets. So the trading plaza ends up just being useless. It's mainly just a bunch of people asking each other for free stuff because nobody has anything, and it's just a bunch of people that don't have anything asking each other for stuff that nobody has, because all the trading plazas are just full of people that don't have anything. So I think there should be a big requirement to actually get into the trading plaza if they add one into this game, and then the trading plaza would actually be useful. Whenever you want to go and trade, you're going to find other players that actually have good legendaries and secrets and Robux pets, because if you have to have 100,000 eggs hatched, it's not going to completely solve the problem of people sitting in there begging, but it's going to solve it by a pretty good amount. There's not going to be like 99% beggars in the trading plaza if you have to have 100,000 eggs to get in. It might still be like 50%, but that's still way better than 99. For my 14th idea, I think that they should have really hard achievements in this game that give you permanent boost, such as like 1,000,000 taps. Not the number up here, but like 1,000,000 actual taps. Like every time you click the screen or the auto clicker clicks, that's one tap. Even if you have multipliers, it gives you way more, but I'm talking about the actual number of times you tap the screen. So like 1,000,000 taps would give you a slightly better click multiplier, like 1.5x or something. And if you have like 1,000,000 eggs open, it'll give you a little bit more luck. So the difference between these achievements giving you boost and the titles giving you boost is that you can change which title you want to have on and change which boost you want to have. But for these achievements, you would keep all the boost and they would all be going all the time. So I think there should be really hard achievements in the game that give you boost. It would just give players a lot more to grind for, and once you finally get those boosts from those achievements, then you have a huge advantage for putting a lot of time into the game. And then for number 15, my final idea out of my top 15 ideas that I could come up with. By the way, these are not in any particular order. These are just the best ideas that I either saw or that I could come up with. So yeah, for the 15th and final idea, I think there should be a Powerhouse area. I got this idea from the Anime Evolutions game where you have like world classes, and the way that it would work is you would take your pets to a certain area and you would click with your auto clickers, and you would click as fast as you can for 30 seconds. And the more taps that you get in those 30 seconds, the higher rank badge you would have. And then you would have this badge next to your name and your title. The badge can either give you extra boost or it can just be like a cool cosmetic. But the whole point of it is you would have to have a really good pet team to get a lot of taps in 30 seconds. And you would also have to have a lot of rebirths to have a big multiplier. So if you want a really good badge, you got to rebirth a lot and to get a really good team and click a lot. So it just incentivizes people to play the game a lot more. So yeah, those are my top 15 ideas. I think that a lot of these ideas would do a lot of good for the game. I'd probably say the ideas towards the beginning are a little bit more important than the ones towards the end. That's why I wrote them down first, but I think all 15 of these ideas could definitely contribute to helping the game be a little bit more fun long term. And I'm not trashing on the game or anything. It is a fun game, but it is a new game that doesn't have too much in it yet. So those are my top 15 ideas that I think would help the game out and make it a lot more fun. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button, comment some ideas for more future videos down below, and subscribe if you have not already. I'll see you guys in the next one very soon. Peace out, everybody.